So I first want to apologize to my audience because I promised to film a video about succubi today, and for some private reasons I am not able to film video about succubi today. I will film it tomorrow, but the topic for today's video is the following: don't make pacts in vain, and don't use the names of your spirits in vain. So in modern occult community we have a really silly trend of making pacts and then don't respecting those covenants. It is a really dangerous trend which is perpetuated by occultists who make pacts for people in exchange for money without actually explaining them what it means for them, what it means for the client, and what it means for the spirit. I am guilty of making pacts in vain many times, and also using the name of the spirits I work with in vain many times. So let's explain what it means to make a pact with vain and in vain. And what is a pact? Well, a pact is spiritual agreement in which magician, sorcerer, and spirit agree to open a gateway between the worlds for the purpose of the common goal, for the benefit of the spirit and for the benefit of the sorcerer. Once you make a pact, you essentially obstruct the natural flow through bringing spiritual power to interfere with the natural flow of things. It doesn't matter if spirit is angelic or demonic or elemental, the change is equally serious. When you are making a pact, you are also giving the piece of authority in your life over the spirit with who you made a pact with. That's the reason why you should be extremely careful with who you are making covenant. And now, let's discuss the process of pact making. Whoever is making a pact with the spirit should be capable of feeling spiritual energies to a certain extent. Whoever is willing to make a pact with the spirit and wants to make a pact with the spirit needs to be aware that making a pact with the spirit is usually irreversible. It is not possible to reverse many of the pacts which sorcerers make. So, it is my obligation to say that in case you fuck up your pact, break your rules, and then chaos starts happening without control, the chances of you getting undamaged are pretty slim. So, now we will talk about procedure for making of a pact. Before every evocation, you should raise a sacred space, meditate and contemplate upon the purpose of evocation. In this case, the purpose of evocation is to make a pact with the spirit. So contemplate upon that. When you are sure that you want to do a pact with the spirit, then you should call a spirit for 3 nights in a row and discuss with the Spirit, the nature of the pact. If you are not capable of hearing the Spirit, then what you should do is call the Spirit until you feel the energy of the Spirit, and then you should write your requests for the Spirit on the piece of paper for your side of the pact, what you want from the Spirit. And then you should every day for 3 weeks call the Spirit and ask the Spirit to give you the visions and guidance regarding what He wants in return from you, what He wants in return from you for fulfillment of that pact. And for that period of time, Spirit will definitely communicate with you indirectly, give you visions, synchronicities, and guidance, so you can know what Spirit knows and what Spirit wants, if direct communication is not possible. When you make sure that all of the terms of your pact are written down during this entire procedure and little pathworking, then you should call the Spirit in question for 13 days in a row to consecrate the parchment upon which pact is written. After that is completed, at the end of 13 days, the Spirit is conjured, the pact is laid. You sign a pact with your name and anoint your name with your blood. You proclaim that pact is signed. You will also, at this moment, feel the strong energy and resonance from the Spirit. And after that, the pact is created. Now, I need to debunk in this video a lot of misconceptions about pacts, and I will also give you some practical information at the end. The pact is not a one-way street. If you are not willing and capable of working with the Spirit on daily, weekly, or monthly basis towards your goal, you shouldn't make a pact in the first place. Many people pay sorcerers to make a pact for them, and then they are not willing to work with the Spirit. That's a recipe for catastrophe. Once you make a pact, you open a portal in your life, and that energy will flow to the entirety of your reality. It doesn't matter are you aware of that energy or not. What will happen if you don't work with that Spirit is that energy will flow your life, overflow your reality, and you won't be adapted to the energy you let in your reality. It will result in many chaotic occurrences, which will then be shit you have to deal with. So, the best way to facilitate the pact is to work with the Spirit you made a covenant with on a daily basis. Follow the instructions of the Spirit, receive the shift in your consciousness and soul, and after that happens, you should receive what you signed for. Sometimes you will not get what you exactly signed in a pact. For example, Let's say I make a pact with the spirit to fuck a particular bitch. I maybe won't fuck that particular bitch at the end of the working, but I will receive equally satisfactory bitch which can meet my requests. If I sign a pact to become a millionaire, maybe I won't become a millionaire, but if I work with the spirits a lot, I will definitely, if I respect my pact and covenant, and work on myself, together with the spirit, increase significant monetary income I have. So, as you can see, the pact is a two-way gateway. More you put into it, more you get out of it. It is not a one-way street. Even if you bind the spirits, which some magicians do, you still have to work with them if you want to fulfill your part of the deal and if you want to get what you desire. Spiritual pacts are not to be taken lightly. Now, I want to debunk some misconceptions a lot of people have about the pacts, and those misconceptions are related to selling your soul. What it truly means, what it is, and how misinterpreted that is. So, essentially, selling your soul in a sense in which modern popular culture presents it doesn't exist. Your consciousness and soul belong exclusively to you and nobody else. The fact that so much people believe in such a nonsense really speaks much more about our collective human stupidity than spiritual realm. So, once you call the spirit and you quote-unquote sell your soul, what happens is the following. Spirits definitely understand that soul cannot be sold. Spirits cannot sell their souls, and you as an incarnated spirit also cannot sell your soul. What spirits do when you write, I sell my soul, in your pact is the following. They create an astral cord between them and you. They create a really powerful astral link between them and you. They usually don't have nerves to tell you that selling your soul is impossible. They will rather use that phrase as a gateway to create link between you and them in this powerful astral way. And what happens is the following. The energy of that spirit becomes really strong and powerful in your life. Overwhelming, to be exact. You receive access into the mysteries and the knowledge of that spirit. But in order for you to receive the full blessings, you have to commune with the spirit in really direct and brutal way in order to utilize the fact that that cord exists. Why the spirits are interested in creating of this cord? It is really simple and not as complex as some people like to make it. Once you make this powerful spiritual cord which links you and the essence of the spirit, that spirit infuses your aura with his energy, and through your aura he indirectly influences your entire realm. Every human who creates this form of a soul connection with the spirit exponentially increases the influence of that said spirit in our physical realm. That's why spirits are interested in making pacts with us. This realm is full of all kinds of energies those spirits can tap into. And through making this cord with us, they gain access to the energies they wouldn't be otherwise able to tap into, because our physical body offers certain advantages over spirits. Now, once we know why the spirits are willing to make those pacts and what the pacts actually are, and once we know that you cannot sell your soul, it is the time for me to introduce you to a really powerful spirit. You are watching his face for the entirety of this video. The spirit who helped me in making this video and who can help to clear obstacles in your pacts, and who can also help in solving any issues with already existing pacts, is Lucifer, Jaffa, Kale. If you want to make a pact with this particular demon, know that he is really harsh teacher, an extremely powerful being who shouldn't be messed around with. She rules a particular place in the Christian underworld, responsible for accumulation and distribution of the forbidden knowledge. She also teaches extremely powerful alchemy of the planet Saturn. She is extremely powerful spirit, which teaches forms of baneful magic, enhancement of psychic abilities, brings wealth, develops extremely specific aspects of the shadow body, can turn one's soul into Saturnian demonic spirit, and he can also teach you knowledge of the planets and the stars. He is also knowledgeable regarding plants and animals and their use in sorcery. He can teach you advanced forms of divination and evocation. He is also a master in binding spirits to objects and souls. The knowledge of this demon is much greater than what I described, and I am definitely not the deepest initiate of his mysteries. However, we worked in the past and our relationship was extremely beneficial. If advice of Lucifer, Jaffa, Kale is followed, magician will reach pretty quickly the deep states of ascension. But his path is hidden and concealed, and much more dangerous than paths of some other Cliffotic lords. In my opinion, Cliffot, or the underworld plane, is not transcendental, is not somewhere else. Underworld plane is actually located below the physical earth in infinite dimensions, and it is pretty close to our plane. And spirits are not transcendental. They are also made of certain physical matter. The only difference is that we don't see that kind of energy and matter they are made of. So, to keep this video practical, Lucifer, Jaffa, Kale is a really good spirit to make a pact with, and chant for his summoning is the following. Before you call him with this chant, be serious about your intention to make a pact. And also, this chant is used specifically if you want to call him for the purpose of pact making. Now, I will give you the chant. Lucifugus rex shedimairada, Lucifugus rex shedimairada, Lucifugus rex shedimairada, Lucifugus rex shedimairada. This chant is used specifically if you want to make a pact with Lucifer, Jaffa, Kale. And if such a thing is not your intention, then you shouldn't call him with this chant. You should find some other. To make evocation safe, raise the sacred space. Well, I need to say this 10 times in every of my videos, but since a lot of people got insane due to not raising sacred space properly, I repeat this over and over again in every clip. And respect the procedure you listened to in this video. In the presence of the Spirit, together with the Spirit, write your pact for multiple days. Then, once the pact is written, consecrate it for the 13 nights in a row, together with the Spirit. Then, when the pact is fully consecrated, you can sign it and start working. And if you do it this way, it will be extremely powerful and potent. Don't be lazy. More you invest into making of the pact, the stronger it will be. More you invest into work with Spirit after the pact is signed, the stronger will manifestation be. And to be honest, if you are lazy, spiritual pacts are not for you. They demand a lot of work and dedication. If you work with spirits on something, you need to be ready to dedicate yourself to the work with spirits and to the work in regard to that thing you signed the pact for. There is no selling your soul. There is no shortcuts. You need to be dedicated in order to achieve your goals. With or without spirits. Spirits help, but they are not wish-granting service. And everybody who is telling you that he will sell your soul to the demon or any other spirit, and that spirit will grant all of your wishes, is lying. Soul selling, in a way presented by popular culture, doesn't exist. It is a popular culture myth perpetuated by the lazy people who have good wet dreams and who want to justify success of others through supernatural means. Thank you for watching. Think carefully about your pacts, especially about your pacts with Lucifer, Jaffa, Kale. Peace out.